Hello and welcome back. It's Repulsive Raccoon, aka your favorite trash panda, back at you with another Raiders of the Blackveil video. Today we are trying out a special challenge. We are going to be on Ironhorn. We are going to be playing on Meat Factory, Liberator difficulty. But what the twist is, we have no gear. We are fully loaded on bandages and black coin, and we are trying to beat the final boss and see how much gear actually makes a difference in the run. But with that being said, let's just get right into it. And let's see how this goes. This is my first time attempting this. I am live over at twitch.tv Repulsive Raccoon. So if you want to take a look at what we're doing over there, this is the type of stuff that I like to attempt over there. And let's see just how rough this actually is. We're going to win a decent amount of damage early on, but we're going to reroll for Guardian just for that survivability. And I am going to reroll. We got a free revive. I will gladly take that. And whenever we enter an arena, we get 2 armor plates. I'm going to go with the attack speed here. But we're pretty much going with Guardian, or trying to kind of full send Guardian. That way we are able to build up as much survivability early on. Just because I know that we're not going to be super tanky. We're losing a lot of max health because of our gear. We don't have the extra defensive charge that I'm used to, so I gotta play around that as well. And I am pretty confident in our abilities as long as we can make it to the first shop. We are bringing along a lot of bandages, because we are hoping to do the mystery room and get the Suru's room early to pick up a decent amount of really good perks. We got some book enemies, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're going to actually let them use their laser beam attacks here. And it's going to be a slow way up, but that's okay. Didn't quite have our defense ready, but okay. We're going to have super long cooldowns on everything. Just got to keep punching. Keep on punching. Keep on punching, question mark. Question mark. There you go, there's the book dead. But yeah, the goal is just to beat the final boss of this mode, just because as you can see, yeah, we don't have any damage whatsoever. So it's going to be a slog to get there, but we just want to see if it is indeed possible. There we go. We'll probably pick up some damage, so if we get some Assassin, that's okay as well, but let's go Druid. And we got another Legendary. Whenever an enemy spawns in Haunt It, we'll take that. And we are going to upgrade our defense here just to get it on a short of a cooldown as possible. And as long as we get some good mystery rooms and a really good shop, we might be able to, but once again, I have absolutely no idea. Kind of group all the enemies together, that way I can just defense all of them. There we go. Our defense is on such a long cooldown though, so we are going to have to play this super smart. We're going to wait for our special to come back up, that way we can kind of just group all the enemies together. There we go. And that enemy got shielded, unfortunately. There we go. Got no dashes, we got to be careful. We don't want to take a whole lot of injury early on. I say that and immediately get hit. Always fitting. There we go. And we are going to take our ultimate here. Our offense is probably going to come into play a decent amount just because of our lack of damage. We are going to go with more perks here. Getting Assassin is probably going to be one of our best plays here just to help us clear. Like whenever we kill an enemy, shoot a poison dagger and just stuff along those lines. We used our defense, so we're just going to ult this. Do a decent amount of damage. I'm actually going to wait. There we go. We got a good defense there. All these enemies are kind of hitting us in sync, which is kind of funny. Let's group them all up. Wait for them to jump. There we go. We could also gamble our way and see if we're able to do a just gamble our way to the final boss with no gear. You know what? Let's try that. Let's see how many perks we get. We have fully loaded max coins in our inventory. How many perks does that actually yield us? That is going to be the next question. We got 2. We got 3. We want to get to the 150 because it will start giving us double perks. So as of this point, if we start winning, it'll start giving us double perks. And we want to win as many times as possible here. And let's see what shenanigans we can get up to. Hopefully we are able to win a bunch more times. Come on. Please. Here we go. We got a legendary guardian. We're just going for all the perks. Come on, gambling machine. Give us more. Give us more. Hopefully we get 2 or 3 more out of this. Come on. Come on. Give us 2 more. Give us 2 more. Okay. Give me 1 more. Give me 1 more win. 1 more win. 1 more win. 1 more win. There we go. And, yeah, these are all the perks we got. So, let's see what we got. Special shoots a burning missile. Offense does stuff below 25% HP more. Dash roots. Another special charge. Killing an enemy. Special summons. That's the special charge. Defense creates a small area on the ground. Special causes attack to shoot poison dagger. Dash grants movement speed. Killing an enemy summons a minion for us. Special blesses us. Gain crit chance. Defense causes each armor plate to explode, dealing high damage. Offense triggers Zen. Oh. Well, I have found a unique bug. So, if you let the gambling machine shoot out perks and you don't pick it up, it doesn't count as you owning the perk yet because it's on the ground. So all 3 of these perks that I ended up getting, I can't pick it up because I already own it because it gave me a duplicate of the perk, and you can't have duplicates of the perk. So instead of letting them all group on the ground like I did, make sure you are collecting them. That way you can't accidentally get multiple perks like I just did, because I got 3 of them here that I can't pick up now. But that's okay. We did indeed learn. We'll go for more Guardian. When an armor plate is destroyed, deal damage around me. I'll take that. And let's continue on. Let's hope this mystery room is the sewers now. That'd be really huge for us. And it is. There we go. Hopefully we get something good here. We're probably just going to buy everything out because of the amount of bandages we have. We'll get a priest perk. Attack has a chance to heal. What is this? Legendary priest. We'll take that. Blessed attacks always crit. More burn damage. More bandages consumed. Here's a epic guardian. Gain an extra defense charge. This is going to be a legendary druid. Use that. Ultimate grants max enrage. More bandages. When taking damage, grant more armor plates. And a warrior perk. Attack has a chance to pull. And let's heal up a bit. Let's check to see if this is true here. I don't think so, so we'll use one more bandage here. And this is our current perk wheel. So we got 4 Druid, 7 Guardian, 1 Warrior, 5 Assassin, 2 Monk, 4 Priest, 2 Warlock, and 1 Mage. Could have had a little bit more just from if we did the gambling correctly, but that's okay. We're just gonna go for standard perk here. We're gonna keep... The name of the game is survival. So hopefully we are able to do that. And hopefully a few of our perks actually gave us some synergies. Getting that extra defense charge is super huge for us. We do have a bit more damage. We are summoning minions as well, which is pretty funny. And there we go. We're going to take our offense here. We are going to take Warrior for damage, and we're probably going to reroll this for something good. That 15 damage one is pretty good, but we're going to reroll this again. We're going to reroll again. Full applies bleed, we're not going to worry about that. Full applies bleed, nope. I guess we'll take the 15. We were hoping for a epic perk that kind of tied in with either armor plates or stunning. I don't know if I have the stun perks for Guardian, that way it wasn't showing up for Warrior. But that is okay. Got a few more reroll perks, a few more bandages. We're just going to go for the max health here. Anything to let us live, that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to gamble with no gear all the way across the finish line. Thankfully, our damage isn't in a completely terrible spot. It's not the best by any means either. We're going to group up all the enemies here and just use our defense. There we go. And we're just going to get more defense to have it on a shorter cooldown. And let's see if there's a chest down here. There's not. Our HP is so unbelievably low. We don't have any black coins, so we're just going to go for the perk here. And let's see what we're able to do. We're probably going to use a few more rerolls. And we are probably hoping for Assassin at this point, just to maybe get some more poison. Or Guardian wouldn't be bad either. Used my special at probably the worst time known to man. I didn't think there was more enemies spawning in so fast. Also didn't want to pull this enemy towards me. We don't have our defense, so we're just going to wait. We're now going to use it. Hopefully clean up a bunch of these enemies. There we go. Let's kill this book. And there we go. Should be the last guy. Almost really unfortunate. We used our special kind of to group the 2 healing guys in the corner. But what ended up happening instead is I dashed over there, didn't collect them, and one of the big elites spawned in, and I pulled them towards me. But let's get the assassin here. Taunting an enemy grants dodge chance. I'll reroll this. I'll reroll this again. Killing an enemy taunted by us grants us 2% crit strike damage. I'll take it. Hopefully we fight a ton of small enemies on the way to the final boss. That way we can kind of get that taunt value up there. Because I believe whenever an enemy spawns in, they're taunted by us. They sure are. So now we just have to kill them fast enough for the taunt not to fall off. Oh, we do not have our defense there. Almost got absolutely obliterated. I gotta really make sure I'm keeping track of that. We're gonna have to just keep kiting. I'll just ultimate this. That way I kill those enemies that are taunted so we get our crit damage up. What is our current crit chance? It's 14%, so it's not awful. I'll open this chest here. Let's go for more Guardian. While at max and rage stacks, attacks on enemies hit or gain 5% of your max health as attack damage. We are just going to go with that just for that little bit more damage. Not that we literally have any max HP to really work with here, but hopefully it's something. The only thing we can really ask for is that it is something here. And we got a ton of enemies. Unfortunate, we do not have our ultimate. But we are okay. We had our double defensive charges. I do have some bandages left, so I'm not super concerned. I'll go for the max HP here. And we're just going to save up all our black coin. Hopefully we find a perk machine and are able to get one or two more. Let's kill these books first. There we go. Push those books into the corner. I feel like our damage has gone up, but I really don't know what's kind of attributing to that. Might just be a random kind of synergy. It looks like the bleed and poison are honestly doing the most damage for us right now. We're just going to get our basic attack leveled up. Get a free chest. And yeah, we're not doing super elites. We're just going ability power here. The moment we do super elites is just going to be the death of us. We're going to use our defense here, hopefully kill a few of them. There we go. Our defense is popping off, doing so much damage to the enemies right now. Let all these enemies spin on us, and they're all dead. I'll use my special to kind of group them up and use another defense. Want to kill them as fast as possible while they're taunted. Didn't have a defense there, did not want to stand on top of that spinning enemy. And okay. You know what? Just because this super elite is double perks, it is regenerators and exploding. So I feel semi-confident I say that, and now we're going to die. If it's a ton of small enemies, we will be okay. Ooh, I forgot they explode. We might not be okay. Yep. There's all our armor plates gone. The candlestick set us on fire. We're just going to have to use our defense and kind of just push our way through these enemies. But there we go. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even an issue. I'm going to re-roll this and get more Guardian perks. I'll re-roll this. For each armor plate, gain 5 attack damage, and when an armor plate's destroyed, root nearby enemies. And I guess I'll go for a black coin just because I can't actually spend any. I don't have enough. And hopefully we find one more gambling machine. What stage are we on? We are approaching the final boss. We're getting somewhat close to it. Bunch of jumping enemies, but we should be okay. And honestly, we're doing, at this point, a lot better than I actually expected this to go. I say that, but I'm not at the final boss yet. I don't want to speak too soon. I say that and immediately get hit, and that is why I don't talk about how easy things get, because things immediately become difficult. It's a universal punishment for me that happens. instant karma of 1 will. There we go. Let's extract everything. Could go double black coin, but I do want more perks. I'll probably end up using the last bit of our reroll tokens if we don't get anything I like here. We got some big boys. Just going to use our defense. Clean them up super easily. I feel like this crit damage boost when taunted is coming in super nicely. We're going to need more ways to taunt. Was almost really bad, stood on the fire. Got perfectly to the side of this enemy, hitting us. But there we go. We'll take more warrior. We did get a legendary. Critical strikes applied bleed. Yes, please. Yes, please. And our ultimate level up. We'll just go for the max health here. We do have the max health equals damage. And there we go. We're starting to deal a lot more damage to these enemies. I'm going to dash back towards all these enemies spawning in just to get our crit chance even higher. There we go. Should be one guy left. Well, there's two. Bop and bop bop. Let's get our special leveled up. And we already have the max health bonus from the rank 10 on warrior. Rank 8 gives us more max HP, and then rank 8 priest gives us 350 HP, so we might want to start going for that. None of this stuff is stuff we want, so we'll go mystery. We will either get treasure chest room here or free perk, if I'm not mistaken. It might be sewers again. It is sewers again. How many bandages do we have? Not a lot, so I believe this upcoming room is boss. It is. This is crit chance with priest. I will take this. Offense creates an error. Well, no, never mind. I do no longer want it. This is... Well, I'm not going to take it just because I don't want to be too low HP. I feel like 2 bandages are fine. We're not going to be max HP, but that's okay. And we are going to be attempting the first boss on the first loop of Liberator difficulty, Gearless, gambling our way to victory. And let's see if we can do it. Almost out of reroll tokens, so if I do beat this boss, I will continue to loop just to see how far I can actually go Gearless. But we are almost out of reroll tokens, so we do gotta use those carefully now. Probably only on the double chest and stuff like that, and we immediately got hit. But our damage is super good. Our damage is very, very good right now. He's gonna spin. We're just gonna defense this. I'm gonna ultimate here. He's gonna spawn in a bunch of enemies, but we'll kill him right now. And we got a legendary out of it. But we got the Bacta Tank Graves. We got a bunch of other stuff. But we were able to beat Loop 1 with absolutely 0 gear on. And we got a legendary as a reward. That is super fitting. Very nice. And we are just going to keep it on Meat Factory, and we are going to loop just to see how far we can go. Doing a lot better than I anticipated this to be. We do have some pretty good perks overall, which is super nice. I'm going to go with the Warlock here, just to give us max HP when summoning enemies. When blessed, have a 50% chance to summon a minion, and summoning shoots cursed bolts. We'll take both of those. Let's go with more crit chance, just because our crit applies bleed right now. Every crit redo, so that 3% off of all our attacks is going to come in handy. making sure these small enemies die as fast as possible. We're going to load up on a ton of crit strike damage here. Well, not as much as I thought, but we are at 430% critical strike damage and 30% crit strike chance, which is a lot better than the previous round where we had about 14%. But we are going to be saving our reroll tokens as much as possible. Now, we're pretty much only going to be using them if we genuinely don't like any of the options really given to us. We're going to take more Guardian here. When an armor plate is destroyed, throw 2 bleeding axes. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to take the damage reduction below 50% HP just to help us stay alive just a little bit more. We are going to take the ability power here to help us scale. Here's a free chest here. We're only going to be using our black coin on gambling. There is a perk machine here, but we're going to save a decent amount of it up. Just so the next time we encounter the perk machine, we're hopefully able to get to the 150 cost, giving us 2 perks at once. I actually am really confident in our damage here, so we are going to go the black coin route. That way we are able to gamble a lot more. There's also a locked legendary chest down here in the corner. And there we go. Let's see what we get. We got a key out of it, and we got a free chest here. And we are at 1,000 coin. Hopefully this isn't the gambling room on the mystery room. It would be a bit unfortunate if it was. I will still spend my black coin if it is. Is not, we're going to skip this room. We don't have any bandages. I will go for the black coin on the elites here. They are vampiric, but as long as it's not bleeding daggers that are blowing up, we should be okay. Gotta make sure we're dealing with these books as fast as possible. Don't need unnecessary laser beams flying across the map at us, just like what's happening right now. This is the same with the heat-seeking missiles that are about to spawn from that book. But there we go. And currently making our way through loop 2 Gearless. So let's see how much longer we can make it. More black coin would be nice just so we can hit a gambling run. Let's throw our legendaries away. We are going to skip the mini-boss, not giving us anything we want. We're going to go with the movement speed here, just to help us out. So far, 1 legendary, which isn't bad. There's another perk machine, which is unfortunate. We are going to skip that one as well. Just using my defense there, just in case I wasn't able to kill it before that laser beam attack went off. There's a few more enemies. Didn't block that laser beam in time, but that's okay. Watch out for all the candlestick projectiles. Oh, there's still an enemy left. He's walking on the trap for me, which is nice. That one's not the perk one. They kind of look the same, so it throws me off guard. I'm going to go with the perk here. We are going to skip the shop. We're not going to worry about getting perks from the shop. We're only going to get our perks from, obviously, the actual perk rooms and the gambling machines. Another locked legendary chest. Let's take a ultimate here. Pulling in these enemies is not ideal. They don't have a way of really stunning them. So if I don't keep pulling them, they will just hit me. Thankfully, we do a decent amount of damage. There we go. And let's see what's in this legendary chest for us. Well, a few greens. I'll re-roll this, and I will take the assassin here. I'll re-roll this once. And poisoning an enemy has a chance of creating an explosion. I'll just take the standard perk here. We don't really care for the more equipment on this run, so no sense in dealing with the elites. Got 1,600 black coin. I like to be around 2,000 when I go on my gambling runs. And that poison explosion was definitely the right call. Ending up doing a lot of AoE damage for us. And another perk. Let's go for more assassin here, hopefully get some more poison. Bleeding enemies are periodically poisoned. I believe this is the perk one. The first ones are really cheap, so I would recommend doing that. The offense giving us chilled is not necessarily the best. We got a legendary, periodically causes burning meteors to fall. This gambling machine is hooking us up, so we're just gonna keep spending our money here. Defense knocks enemies back and sets them on fire. And hopefully we do get to the 150, that we are able to get 2 perks, gain 15% max health as ability power. And hopefully we get 1 or 2 of the double, and another legendary. Ultimate blesses everyone, and when an armor plate's destroyed, gain 20 attack damage for 5 seconds. We are gambling to the moon. Cursing an enemy has a chance for a burning meteor to fall on it. Zen throw shurikens. One more gambling machine. This gambling machine has really paid off. If it doesn't give us another one, I understand. It's given us such great perks. Yeah, it didn't give us any more, but that's okay. That is most certainly okay with what it did give us out of it. Cannot complain about how that turned out whatsoever. We got a sewer room. I have only 2 bandages though, so we're not going to take it. And we are going to go for the max HP now. So we have the perk for max HP to attack damage and max HP to ability damage. So the more max HP we are able to grab at this point, the better. And there's those burning meteors. My defense pushes enemies back and sets them on fire as well. And we're doing pretty good damage. We just don't have insane survivability, so we got to be really careful. And we got a mythic. We ended up getting a mythic on this run. We might be blessed by RNGesus right now. We got some chained foot guards. Absolutely insane. We're not going to be equipping them. But what an insane run this has been. We have 5 keys. We're going to open this chest. We got another bandage. We're going to go for the normal attack speed here. And we're going to be saving up more black coin just to go more gambling. The luck on this run has been absolutely insane for trying to do a gearless run. But the run is now over. We need to see how far we can go. Making sure we're kind of dealing with these enemies one by one. We either do a ton of damage at once or basically no damage at all. So we do have to still play it safe. Let's deal with all these healing enemies in the back here. I'll use my special. That way I can just kind of group the enemies up. I'm going to ult this just because there's a lot of them in that kind of middle part. And I'll group them up here. And they're all dead. More attack speed. And let's get more offense. Double perk. Poison, puddles, and fortified. I will risk it here. I will risk it. Our damage is in a good spot. We just have to play this so carefully. we don't have a lot of survivability. It is a lot of small enemies with poison puddles. So definitely got to play this smart. We did get hit. We don't want to stand in a straight line with all these candlestick enemies. Is going to be the death of us if we do so. Going to use my defense here. We're just going to try to pick off these enemies kind of one by one, group them all up. That way we can deal with a large group of them at once. Going to use my defense here. We're going to kind of back up. We're out of dash cooldown, so we got to be careful. We're just going to rotate around. Kind of grab all these enemies. We did get hit. We got to back up. I'm just going to ult straight down. Hopefully kill a few of them. It looks like we just might have the healing enemies left. And there we go. The double perk super elites were dealt with. We had to play that really carefully. We did get more Guardian as well. We'll take that. I will re-roll this. Taunted enemies deal 30% less damage to us. And taunting enemy grants us dodge chance. We will take that. Should help with our survivability a decent amount. More black coin as we're just skipping all the shops. First time I've really ever skipped the shops. The build is all over the place, but it is making it really fun just to see all the kind of wacky things that's going on. More candlesticks, so we gotta be careful. We're gonna group them all up here. We got hit by the candlestick, we just gotta dash a bunch. We're just gonna hop around, just keep kiting them, make sure we're not standing in a straight line. Still a lot more. A lot of small enemies. Small enemies actually being the most difficult for us right now. But there's our offense, more black coin. We need all the black coin we can get. And here's the smuggler. What stage are we on? We are... Let's see. The game is thinking about the smuggler. We are on stage 38, so we are close to the second boss. Gonna get all that scrap out of here. Let's get the mythic out of here too. It's in the safe pocket, but I kind of like seeing the loot explosion at the end. We're definitely gonna go for more black coin here. Hopefully we get one more perk gamble machine before the final boss, just to hopefully snipe a few more. And what are we facing here? Some spinning enemies. Okay, we gotta be careful. We got some candlesticks as well, so gotta worry about the ranged and the melee on this one. Gonna kind of push them all, stun them for a second. Got a nice grouping on a few of them. That's my favorite thing about the special is you can group the enemies and stun them for a second, get a free hit on them most of the time. Whichever group you're trying to kind of work on. We got a locked legendary chest, so let's see what that gives us. We will defense here. I will ult this. Use my defense. Don't want to take any injury here that I don't have to. And there we go. Another bandage, which is always nice. And let's see what this mystery room is. Hopefully it is either the perk machine, it is treasure chest room, or it's gambling. It's enemies, and they didn't... I spawned in so late compared to them. Well, that was almost not... well, okay then. That was almost run over on the spot. That was probably the scariest part of the entire run, if I'm being honest. This game is totally not a horror game, but in that moment, it definitely felt like it was. Gotta get behind these books here. This enemy didn't die fast enough, so unfortunately we did have to use a defense against the book. We're gonna push them all into a corner here just so I can kill a few of them off. Let's grab all these books. Don't mind me, that's the sound of my armor plates shattering at the speed of light. We are a little bit away from taking injury, but we successfully did it. We're almost max level as well, more max HP. We are one priest perk away from gaining 350 HP, which would be a huge pickup, but we are going to be facing the second boss. We are facing boss 2 of the second loop, Gearless. Let's see how this actually turns out. How much damage we have. This will be a good test to kind of see what's going on. We got our ultimate. We are 1 off of getting it max level, which is a lot of missing damage, but that's okay. We have to play so safe. We're going to be taking so much damage, but we're doing so much damage. Okay. Oh, our damage is stopped. Our damage is so hit or miss. It's all dependent on kind of if all our procs kind of happen off of each other. Oh, we're on fire. The boss is spinning. What I'm going to do is use emergency bandages. There we go. Boss is going to summon a bunch of spinning enemies. We're going to kind of reset here. We're going to use a quick defense. We're going to get behind the boss and use a defense. And there we go. There we go. Second boss cleared. We had to use some emergency bandages there just in case I got hit again. We didn't die. But we are going to the third loop now. Absolutely crazy. I still have a few reroll tokens left, so I'll probably reroll this first chest for some priest perks. Just to get more max HP, which will give us more damage. Our damage is so hit or miss right now. We either do a ton of it or none of it at all. I have 1 reroll token. The luck's been insane, just give me priest. Okay, that's fine. We are also only a few away from the warlock max HP, so we'll actually go here, and maybe we get the... We didn't. Well, we were trying to hope for when we summon, we gain more max HP, but we'll get the cursing, and burning a cursed enemy deals more burn, so we'll take those 2. So we're 1 away from both warlock and priest for getting more max HP. We'll go the glitter. And let's see how far we're able to go into loop 3. We got some candlesticks and some books, so we gotta be careful. Some bomb throwing enemies. There's a free chest in the corner. Hopefully we can save up enough black coin where the next gambling machine we hit, we can get a bunch more perks off of it as well. We are out of reroll tokens, so now it's just whatever the game decides to give us. I used a lot of reroll tokens early. I wouldn't have done that if I knew how much damage we were going to be able to do, and that the first boss wasn't going to be as hard as I thought it was. So if you guys for some reason are trying to attempt this, I would save your reroll tokens just so you can use it when you actually need to. I'll go for more warrior. Hopefully get some good ones. Pulling an enemy deals damage for each armor plate. Gladly take that. How many keys do I have? I have 4. I'll open this chest down here. We got one of our reroll tokens back, so that's nice. Attack speed or crit chance? Attack speed or crit chance? I think I'm going to go with attack speed over the crit chance. I know we do have the crit to bleed and then bleed to technically poison. Actually, now that I'm thinking of all the synergies, you go crit chance there, not the attack speed. I was thinking go attack speed, that way I can get all my on-hit triggers more, but I have way more triggers for actually critting than I do on-hit abilities right now. It's so funny watching these spinning enemies hit me, but my defense bounces them back. There we go, 4% more attack speed. And we will go with more black coin here. Let's see, let's see. We got some candlesticks. Got some shielding enemies. They are starting to get a little bit more HP. But once we group them all up, we just absolutely start blending them because of all of our explosions. We do have 1,400. I'll save the black coin for now. And try to get to like 2,000 plus. That way we can hopefully try our chance for a lot of double perks. Because doing it right there, we can still get to the 150 double perk area, but we won't get a whole lot of them if we get unlucky. And we should definitely encounter another perk gambling machine before we hit the final boss here, at least on the third loop. Gonna kind of stun the enemies for a second. Pulling the enemies to us, we'll group them all up. Do a lot more damage that way. And there we go. I will take more assassin here. An extra dash charge is going to be huge. And our ultimate is now max level. I will skip the mini-boss unless it gives me something, like, super, super good. Let's get all this gear out of here. It doesn't. The double cooldown reduction is pretty good. But the only way I would actually consider it if it was double crit or double black coin in this specific case. We got some bigger enemies. We did get hit. Gotta be careful. Throws that enemy kind of in the sky there, which is kind of funny. Yeah, we do gotta be careful with the enemies because our damage is either happens kind of like all at once or it's non-existent for a second. We got hit. I'm just gonna play it safe. We got a big hit there from the spinning enemy. I thought I pushed it back in time. I did not. There we go. Got some damage reduction. I'm going to use a bandage here. We are just going to go for more black coin. Thankfully, after this black coin, I should be in range of the next perk machine I find. I can just fire away on and hopefully get something good. Looks to be a lot more spinning enemies. I do have my ultimate. I probably will use it here depending on how things get. Probably wait for a lot more enemies to spawn in, though. I don't like using my ultimate when I just know there's more enemies coming. I'll use my ultimate here, though. I felt like that was probably the best case scenario for it. Push all the enemies against the wall, stunning them. Use a defense. I could see those spinning enemies coming at me. Use my special to group them all up. And there we go. Very nice. We'll use a key to open this chest. And collect another perk. Hopefully the next mystery room we encounter is the either treasure chest room free perk. We at this point we do want the gambling perk one, so hopefully that is it. One of these two is definitely it. which is super nice. We just got to survive all the small enemies. And then we'll be able to get a perk from the chest and more from gambling. Gonna use our special here, just to group them all up. And do it again. We are out of dashes, we gotta play it smart. Let those recharge for a second. And there we go. That's not the perk one. The perk one is over here. We are going to choose our perk first. We are going to take more Guardian. Taunting an enemy grants ability power and max HP. Yes, please. We do a lot of taunting. Okay, so it said I already owned that perk, but then it said my monk leveled up. So I don't know if it just gave me a random one or not. Not entirely sure how that worked. Hopefully we get to the... See, like, this one says perk already owned. So I'm not... So that's probably the one downside with the gambling machine. Unless it's kind of bugged out. So let's... Yeah. So it's just bugged out with the perk already owned, so it's not showing me what it is anymore. But this is a legendary warlock, and I don't own a legendary warlock. So if I pick it up... Yeah, so killing a cursed enemy summons one minion. So even though it's saying perk already owned, it's just a visual bug because it can't give you perks you already own. So I guess those 3 perks at the beginning I could have picked up. This gambling machine is unfortunately having a rough time getting us to the 150. Hopefully we win at least twice here. We used a lot of coin trying to get here. There we go. Curse deals more damage and below 50% HP. Hopefully we get one more. There we go. Killing a poison enemy throws stunning and special pulls. And that's okay. We'll go with the mystery here. Just to see what we get. It would be kind of funny if we got the gambling room right now. This is why I need to stop talking, because I don't need it. So I guess we'll just go for money. And what we're going to do is we're going to full send this money. And we're just going to full send the money. Come on. We're just going to full send the money. Okay. We have to win this one. That's fine. Actually, we'll just go for perks here. An epic. You know, this is the times where you need to make sure you're not accidentally clicking on things, because we do not want to lose 40% of our max HP. That'd be very bad. We would lose basically all our survivability. When Zen expires, that's perfectly fine. And let's just go with the stat booster. Some bleed damage isn't bad. And some damage reduction. We'll take it. Let's go for the max HP here. We are on our way. What stage are we on? We're on 55. We are actually almost at the 3rd loop final boss. The damage is starting to fall off, so hopefully we are able to get there. These enemies are taking a little bit to kill. We got hit there. We just got to play it smart. We're going to back up here. I'm going to ultimate these spinning enemies. Push them back. Use another defense. Push these guys back as well. Kind of use our special to push them around. And there we go. Starting to get really, really close. We'll just go the normal one here. If we can make it to the final boss of the 3rd loop, that would be honestly insane. Got a lot of book enemies that we got to deal with. Hopefully we can deal with them before they start shooting heat-seeking stuff at us. Thankfully, we dealt with all of them. We're going to have a few more spawning in. We're going to push these ones. We ended up getting hit. We dashed straight into the laser beam. Thankfully, we are okay. Deal with all three of the books down here in the corner. Watch out for that one. There's another one. This one's spawning in the heat-seeking missiles. There we go. There's one enemy left. We're not doing the super elites at this point in the run. I believe the boss is going to be around 61 or 62, if I'm not mistaken. Gotta make sure I'm constantly jumping around the jumping enemies. I'm gonna ult this. There's just a nice clump down here in the kind of choke point for us. I'll use my defense to push the enemies away from me. I'll do it again. And then I will use my special to kind of grab them. They all kind of got stuck on the wall there. It's unfortunate. But we got another nice grouping. I'll back up, let kind of everything reset. A lot more enemies spawned in. Let's put everything into the choke again. We'll push it all back now. Our ultimate is almost off of cooldown. We still do have our defense. And we got another mythic. This is a 2 mythic run. This is a 2 mythic run. We got an Ice Queen's, and it is Ubered with freeze damage bonus. What an insanely insane run. I'll go for more Assassin here. Hopefully we get the boss damage one. We have 1 reroll token. Critical strikes give us more shock, or attacks have a chance to throw a shuriken. I'll take that one. I feel like that one will lead to more damage, and we'll go for the perk here. This is, I don't even know what they'll really say anymore. We're at the point of doing a ton of damage. We just can't get hit by anything, so we gotta focus up so much. We're gonna push everything into the corner. We're just gonna use our defense here. We're gonna back up. We're gonna back up here. We're gonna push everything again. We are gonna probably use another defense here just to push everything away from us. We're gonna kind of back our way into the corner here. We do have an ultimate. We're gonna use it. More enemies are still spawning in. We're gonna have to pick off a few of them here. Thankfully, we are able to. We're gonna have to use another special. Get back in there. Use our defense on everything. We gotta kill out this healing enemy. Get rid of the shielders now. Push the shielders into the bigger enemies. Got a really nice grouping on them there. And there we go. We will take the warrior here just to get the rank 10 attack hits twice. And attacks against bleeding enemies grant crit chance, which then gives us more bleed. We will gladly take that. That is a very nice kind of rank 10 up one. So we got double attacks now. more crit chance. So what is our crit chance currently at? It's at 30, but plus the 15, we're at 45% crit chance. And we're at, I believe this is with the perk. We got a Guardian perk earlier that does give us that increased kind of crit damage per taunted enemy we kill. We're just going to go for the black coin here. No need to worry about the mini boss. We got a lot of book enemies. Gonna have to worry about them. Kind of putting themselves on the traps, though, making it super hard to deal with them. Yep, there's all the book enemies, but we can't really deal with them. There we go. They're summoning in the heat-seeking missiles now. Gotta close the gap on all of them. More heat-seeking missiles on us. Thankfully, we killed a bunch of them. There's still one off in this corner over here. Another one spawning in. Gonna use our defense, push back the bigger enemies. Another one summoning in those heat-seeking missiles. We're out of dash charges. We're out of defense charges. We're just gonna have to keep kiting here. We're gonna just go for a reset. We're just gonna keep kiting them around the wall here. And there we go. Okay. It's starting to get super dicey. Super dicey. We're gonna go for mystery, and I believe after this mystery is the final boss. And enemies that kind of finish it off. What a what a way to the game trying to kind of end the run on me. Game's trying to do everything in its power. I do need to take the true heal here. We have one bandage left. So hopefully this brings up my HP by a decent threshold. There we go. And we are off. No gear, loop 3, final boss. Let's see if we're able to beat it. This has been an absolutely insane challenge so far. We definitely could have gone a lot further if we obviously went for the shop instead of gambling machine, but where's the fun in that? And let's see if we're able to do it. Just gonna use our special off rip, get behind the boss. Boss is gonna spin. We're gonna close the gap, that way we get some more damage. Gotta watch out for the fire waves on the ground the kind of most. Watch out for these mortar shells as well. Get to this back corner. Fire wave came out, and it did hit us. Biggest unfortunate part about it, we got no more bandages. Boss is gonna spin here. We're trying to kill this ad just to free up some space for us. That way we can dash around. We're just gonna play it safe. We're gonna try to generate space. The boss is gonna spin here. Got hit by one of the fire waves, which is really annoying. We got a bunch of ads to deal with. Watch out for this fire wave flying our way. Mortar shells flying down on us. We're gonna have to use a defense here. Boss is gonna start spinning on us. Back up. Just gonna use our special to close the gap. No, we don't have a dash. We didn't have our dash cooldown. It's okay. Gonna spawn in some ads here. A lot more ads. We're gonna ult this. We're gonna defense this. The boss is gonna spin. We're just gonna dash away. We're gonna try closing the gap, and there we go. Loop 3, no gear, has been cleared. It was looking super, super close there. But what an insane thing to be doing right now. Absolutely crazy. We are gonna do a successful extract this time. My heart's racing right now. That took a lot of work to make sure we actually managed to do that. But let's see the final stats. Loop 3, no gear. What a crazy way. Stage 63, 51 million damage with no gear on, showing that it is completely possible. We ended up getting 2 mythics out of it and a legendary. But these are the final stats. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do, hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, take care.